Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Sparky's Tech Corner. So the segment, MechAniTuesdays, episode 5, we're talking about Big O. So, what... Okay, I had two different watch pages open. Okay, that was my fault. I've got so many things open up on my desk, getting ready for so many different fucking deals coming up in the next couple hours. It's not funny. So, with me, as usual, I have my two co-hosts. I have Starwind, the One Tick Warrior.
Yep.
And I have Killrgruve from Death Watch.
What is going on, my brothers?
Not much. Hopefully, we can talk about this show we've been trying to talk about for the last 3 times we've done MechAniTuesdays without getting flagged.
And do it longer than 10 minutes.
12 minutes.
Yeah.
Yep, 12 minutes is the last time I got hit for.
Well, worst case scenario, we'll just have to start doing it in like 10-minute intervals. Okay, so we've done it for 10 minutes. We shut down for 5. We start back up for 10. We shut down for 5.
No. Hopefully we can just continue on, not get stopped. Now, there's a couple things I want to point out. Yes, we're doing this on Hangouts. I would have done this on OBS, and we would have had the background I had last time, minus the video clips. But I've got everything keyed in and set up for live streaming Mega Man 11 in the morning at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time on the 3rd. And I couldn't.
Yeah, I claim all responsibility for Mega Man 11 out of 11.
But I cannot set up another live event without deleting all that and making a new one. And I didn't want to go for the trouble. So I figured this would do one of two things. One, it'll be easier for us to go ahead and just do MechAniTuesdays today. And 2, it will prevent me from wanting to show fucking video clips.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because you don't understand, this show is awesome. I am, however, going to be downloading the live stream after we're done. And I will put it with the background. I will put clips with it, and then I will re-upload it. So there'll be 2 versions of this.
So there'd be the theatrical cut and then the director's cut?
Pretty much. And the director's cut is going to have, guess what? The clips from Big O. And you know what? I am not going to delete it. I am not going to silence them. I'm going to put sounds in it. I'm going to put it to where you can hear it. And it's not going to be reversed. It's not going to be sped up. And it's not going to be clipped out. No, why? Because they can copyright ID it all fucking day long. And it's not going to affect my streaming privileges because it's uploaded. So let them.
Down with the bourgeoisie? Proletariat? You know what I mean.
Oh,
God,
I know what you mean.
Quick already.
Glory to the Emperor. I believe your appropriate phrase, KG.
Yeah.
Slow down, man. Slow down, man. I need you. I need you throughout the show.
Oh, don't worry. I'm going to be fine. I may be I'd be a lot more silly than I normally am, but I'm going to be fine.
Is that even possible?
Yeah.
Way to find out.
You're talking to a guy who once got so shit-faced that he started playing Doom and was slut-shaming demons and teabagging them.
Oh my God, I wish I could see that.
Yeah.
I would so
ask Antoine and Ishtar, because they were there watching me do this.
Oh, Jesus.
And I was teabagging one until it vanished. And Ishtar goes, KG, it's done. You can walk away now. I'm like, no, I'm not done yet. It can frickin' wait.
The corpse is like, I got somewhere to be.
Yeah. There was a lot of things apparently I should be very ashamed of that was tied to that game. And everyone was like,
sure it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Well, as long as you were slut shaming them and teabagging them with the BFG.
No, I think I shotgunned one in the face, and then it was like, well, my nuts in your mouth, My nuts in your mouth. Oh, jeez. Like
So
I said,
have you two started playing Destiny together?
no, not yet.
But we definitely need to, though.
Yeah, I gotta find it. It's in one of my. I found some of my games, but I can't find where I put my Destiny 2.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm on all the time, KG. So just come hit me up, and I can chirper you through the game.
Yeah. By the way, after stream, I gave my buddy who also plays a lot of Destiny. I gave him your handle. So
I wondered who that was.
yeah, more if it was it like Gem Damon or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's my buddy. Things got real hectic. I didn't get a chance to warn you ahead of time.
I figured it was.
I think everyone here understands things get hectic and busy. Trust me, I know. That's the reason why I got 3 days off from work, because I needed a break.
And Mega Man 11.
Yep. Now, I don't know. I'm going to say a couple things in the chat. I'm going to say 1. I'm going to say 2. And then 3 and 4 for good measure. Because if Nightbot doesn't act the way he's supposed to, he might be one of the robot masters just because I want to kill the stupid robots.
Just let me at him.
So, so where we gotta begin with Big O? I know we've done this 2 other times before, and it's like, it's almost to the point. It's like we almost didn't want to do this show again because we talked about it and then rehashed it and then talked about it and then rehashed it because the streams kept getting taken down.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, who would like to start off about the premise of the story? One of you guys? Do you want me?
Go for it.
Apparently, he's casting you. So the question is, are you guilty?
Cast in the name of Sparky, ye not guilty.
I could possibly edit that video clip to where I could say that.
Go for it.
Cast in the name of Sparky, ye not guilty.
Yep. And I gotta take the steam boilerplate and put the Death Watch emblem over it.
Hell yeah.
Nightbot's behaving.
Okay, good. Thank you, Nightbot. I thought I was gonna have to kill you and dismantle you there for a minute.
I'm actually wanting to see if I can find like a Big O 1/144 scale to add to my collection.
They have them.
Those do exist.
They do exist. You gotta pay about $140 or around 100 some, maybe $200 some for it, but they're really well done. I don't know if they're actual model kits, but I do know they are action figure kits.
Yeah, I've seen something like that on. It was like some random. I had a wild hair and went, "Ooh, let's look at Big O," and it was like $100 some or something like that, and I missed it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're out there all the time on eBay. I see them. It's like, I want to buy it, but I need to save my money for the channel. So I haven't been able to buy me one. If I can ever find one that's cheap enough, I'll definitely get it. But I like the way they got the model done. It's not like Big O in the show, but I do like it because it is more streamlined and it is very, very detailed.
Yeah, for someone like me who loves the details, something like that, it's like $150 for a model that is that well done.
Or we put together.
Oh yeah, for me that's money well spent.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a model connoisseur like you are. I dabble with models. I'm just not as big at it as you are. Which, I mean, we need to do a couple streams. I need to get you to where you can get a good setup to where you can just have a camera over your desk and just either stream you or record you putting get a model and put it up.
Yeah,
They've got people that do that all the time that get ridiculous amounts of use because it's interesting to watch.
I've got, I'd say, about 60 Gundams, well, mobile suits as a whole, waiting to be put together.
God damn.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna run out of things to do if you're bored.
Oh, it got even worse because I found out one of the companies that I order them from. I think it's called like the USA Gun Store or something like that. They have a monthly membership that for like $30 you get a model, decals, paints, all sorts of stuff, and you can also go after damaged models for like at half price.
Ooh,
sweet.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, hello, kit bashing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Kit model bashing is like one of the best things that you can do, especially if you want to make your own unique model. I think Adam Savage does it all the freaking time when he's building his little props he likes to build. He retrofitted one of those Nerf guns with a taller. It was on tested on his own little YouTube channel he has with a couple friends. But he model bashed that and it looked awesome.
Yeah, I know a guy in Port Townsend who I've seen some of his custom kit bashes and stuff, and they're fabulous. And the gentleman in question is so good at what he did that if you go down to Walt Disney World in Florida and take a look at their blockade runner, he was one of the guys who put it together.
A blockade runner, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
So this man he's awesome as hell, and I really want to get the time to actually have him teach me some of the stuff that he does.
Well, I mean, a lot of it isn't really technique. It's more of an art form, isn't it?
Yeah, but I also want him to, things like not so much okay, I got the pieces and parts and put it together, but just how like he will, he'll make parts for things. Have him teach me. I've never used an airbrush before, so teach me how to use that.
I use the airbrush a couple different times, and a lot of it is self-taught. And you never want to go cheap on an airbrush. You want one that has multi-controlled with fingers, where you can control the flow of air and the flow of paint at the same time. And it's just it just takes time getting used to it. So that and fucking air compressors are ridiculous. You can buy a good airbrush for a good price, but fucking air compressors, they're ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy a model. You can buy a modeled airbrush pump for a good price for around $100, $200 some dollars. But you can also go down to Walmart and buy a little pancaked air compressor for about $40 bucks. The only difference is it's gonna be loud.
They actually have out now an airbrush that you can use the Gundam pins. You actually use that as your source of paint, and you can use that as your airbrush and paint.
I've got a couple of the Gundam pins. I've just got the basic colors and nothing more than that.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 sets and another 10 nearby.
Whoa. Time out. 5 sets or 5 pins?
No, 5 sets. 5 sets of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That's them there. That's them there. Like what? $200 right there.
On average, they're about $20 a set. 20, 25 bucks.
Damn.
Yeah.
And a set comes with like 5 or 6 different pins.
5 or 6 different colors, and if I remember correctly, if you were to break out like the midnight blue and use that, it would be the same color as the midnight blue on like the Gundam Mark II when it was still Titan colors, stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, I know they go through different centuries and all that good stuff. Because you can buy color sets for the Universal Century, you can buy colors for the Cosmic Era, all that good shit.
Yeah, I have the Earth Force set, the Xeon set, a couple of detail sets. I've dropped a lot of money in this freaking hobby.
Oh yeah, I know. You can. Anyways, I think we're going off topic. We're talking about models. We need to be talking about Big O.
That's kind of why I've been quiet.
Yeah, Starwind, I think you're backfeeding just a little bit.
All right.
So let's go ahead and start with Big O and how it starts off with. You start off in a nice little town called Paradigm City, only it's not a nice little town. It's set in a post-apocalyptic era. And it's not really a chaotic era. It's more like, okay, the world's ended and civilization's somewhat starting to rebuild. So you can really tell with the town. You can tell that it's a dungy, old soul type of town. And then in this town, you got different buildings called different structures called domes. And within these domes, it's like night and day. You go from the dingy and the
poor district, basically.
Yeah, basically the poor district to the nice. It's real lit. It looks sunny in there. Everything's nice. Everything's good. Everyone's doing good.
And yes, post-apocalyptic game. We did say post-apocalyptic.
Yep, that's the era that Big O set, because the premise is 40 years an event happened. And after this event happened, everyone lost their memories. Everyone cannot remember what happened after 40 years, before 40 years ago.
Not only that, but the robots also lost their memories.
Yeah, the androids, anything. There was no recollection or nothing.
Basically, everybody in the world turned into an anime protagonist. They have no memories of their past life.
Pretty much. And it goes through different storylines throughout the show too, of different people that start to get the memory back, or you get different people's like they're trying to figure out what happened 40 years ago. Now, the set premise of that is, okay, everyone lost their memories. The world's in ruin. Only very few places exist anymore. Paradigm's like one of the main places that still exist. Mm-hmm. There is a couple key things in this era that is a fact. 1, the world's ended. 2, everyone's lost their memory. 3, there's domes that are trying to recreate what the Earth was like inside of them, because the Earth is, it's always cloudy, it's always dingy, it's
hosed.
Yes, for the most part. And 4, there's giant robots all over the fucking place.
Yep.
Now, when I say giant robots all over the place, it's not like you can just go out in the woods and just find one. No, you gotta kind of go underground or just know a person that knows a person. But primarily, it's revolved around giant robots that go through and try to attack the city for different reasons, either for money, either to cause havoc, or to find memories. And really, those robots hinge around the Megaduces. Now, the Megaduces are a style of robot that Big O is made from. Big O is considered a Megaduce. They actually call all the robots in these shows Megaduces. So I guess I need to rephrase that. The big series robots.
Yeah.
So in this show, you got 3 series of robots. You got the Big O, you got Big Duo, and you got Big Fowl. These 3 robots are primarily the ones that were hinged around what happened 40 years ago. But nobody can remember what exactly happened.
Yeah, it's more something that they alluded to. They don't really say concrete.
No, they don't say concrete throughout the show, and that's one of the frustrating parts in the show.
Yes.
They cock tease you with it.
Yeah. Flashback here, a mention of it there, and it's like, what are you talking? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know nothing. Wink.
Yeah. And even then, you're not quite sure is the memory that we're seeing real? Is it something that is a twisted version of?
Yeah.
It's like, what is the freaking truth?
Is it a real memory or is it a fabrication?
Thank you. Exactly.
And they really hinge around that plot point too. Because as you're going through the show, and it's just like any other giant robot anime, you know.
Yep.
You go in, you go through, you have your storyline.
The monster of the week.
Yep. You go through, you have your story. Yeah, you have your storyline, you have your plot, and you go through, and then at the end of the day, giant robot comes out, and then Roger Smith, the hero of the show, has come in, called Big O in, and come save the day.
Yep.
One thing that Big O kind of reminds me a little bit of, have either of you two ever seen the live action show called Red Baron?
No, I haven't.
I have heard of it, though.
Okay, I actually have the DVDs for it.
Of course you do.
I know. You're shocked by this.
What a twist.
But in this show, it's the enemy robots, quote unquote, all got stolen. And the only one that was actually saved was Red Baron. And the evil robots, one per episode, of course, kind of thing, show up, and it's up to the Red Baron to beat the hell out of it and save the city, kind of thing. You know, so it's very reminiscent of that kind of, I almost want to say kind of a trope or cliche that they could just bum rush, but they never do. And it's always the hero in the one special that you know, of course, takes the fight to them.
Pretty much. However, I can show images, so I'll go ahead and do that.
Actually, I think his finishing move was called the Red Baron Punch.
So this is pretty much the image of the big series robots. You got Big O, you got Big Duo, and you got Big Foul. Now, what we were saying is it's reminiscent around the big series robots because all the flashbacks of different people that kind of figure out what happened 40 years ago, these three robots are involved. And the speculation is these robots were military robots, and there's some sort of major world war. Now, it's not stated if it's true or if it's not true. These are just recollections from memories that different people have. I think Roger Smith's one of the primary ones that has these memories. He remembers he was a pilot of Big O. Now, here's the unique thing about these three robots. You got land, you got air, and you got sea. And they all look the part, and they all act the part, too. Big O, he's got gigantic arms with pistons on them. One of his primary moves is sudden impact or piston punch, whichever one you want to call it, which requires the piston to be drawn back into the arm. He punches something with it, the piston draws down on it, and the sudden force and the impact of that piston coming down annihilates whatever he's punching.
Or how I like to call it, the hydraulic hammer.
Oh, yeah.
Or pneumatic hammer.
Yeah, that works too.
You got Big Duo, which he comes in at the end of season 1, around the end of season 1.
Yeah.
He's primarily air-based. All these robots focus around different characteristics. Big bulky arms, big bulky legs, big bulky body, itty bitty titty tiny head.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So their arms are the primary features, and they're just built to look very steampunk-like. You can almost argue they look almost Warhammer-like, just with a little bit of a cartoon flair behind it. Would you say that's accurate, KG?
Not really.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing.
Because the thing is, with if you look at like the Imperial Knights from Warhammer, is you can actually see a lot of the working mechanisms, whereas with the big series, actually with the MechAniTuesdays as a whole, they have all that covered up. The only time you actually see any of the
Internal workings.
Thank you. The internal workings of like the arm is when they're replacing Big O's arm.
That or throughout the shows, like Big O destroys something like that whenever he was facing against a big duo, Inferno.
Yeah.
He knocked off part of Big Duo's faceplate.
Yeah.
Yes, Kadan. We're doing Big O again. We're actually trying to finish it this time instead of getting cut off every 10 to 12 minutes.
Yeah, that's why I'm only showing images. Only images. That is it. But okay, I can understand where you're coming from on that. That was probably a bad reference on my part.
Yeah,
so
the designs themselves, you know, like you said, they do have very much a steampunk kind of look to them. And I think, and this is just me kind of talking out my ass when I say trying to actually compare them to something else is almost doing a disservice to the actual kind of uniqueness of the design.
Yep. Right here's the model I was telling you about. And it's not from in the show, but it's a good representation of what Big O is in model form. But they all have these characteristics. They have that big bulky body, big bulky arms, big bulky legs. Mm-hmm. And all of them have different abilities, especially within the arms. Like I said, Big O has these Big O pistons on it where he can just annihilate anything he punches when they retract back and drop down. Big Duo has basically his arms are like airplane engines.
Mm-hmm.
So let me see if I can find.
He looks basically when he's in the air, he looks like an old school World War I, World War II fighter jet or a fighter plane.
Yeah,
here's actually a good picture. I think this is a flashback that Shortworld had in season 2, I believe, of when he found Big Duo.
Yeah, that's a season 2. I can tell.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's basically an airplane form.
To go back to Big O, I think the best way to describe Big O is actually to use a term that you used, Sparky.
Oh, yes. He looks like a locomotive.
Yeah, it looks like a personified locomotive.
Mm-hmm. And this is Big Duo. Not Inferno, but the original version of Big Duo. He's got those big old arms with propellers and jets on it. It's always cool. And he's got missile launch, a gigantic missile launcher in both legs, and smaller missile launchers in the torso.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last big series robot that's shown is Big Fowl. Big Fowl is a little bit unique because the way he's designed. He's got his head looks like the top of a submarine. He is primarily a water-based MechAniTues.
Yep.
But it's not really stated that he is. However, when he gets into the water, it is very evident and very clear that he is built from underwater mobility because the way his arms are, the I can't. Those will be what, corkscrews? Yeah,
The
they will be
screws
referred
for
to those as corkscrews from submarines. And basically, how he travels through the waters, his arms will be down, those pointed ends will be up as he's going through the water. The body changes. He can act like a submarine. There's another big series robot, but we'll save that for the end of the show.
You know, one thing I've noticed about Big Foul is if you look at it, especially the arms, it has more decorative features.
Yes,
makes me wonder if it wasn't a standard Big Foul unit, it was like a captain or like a special. You know what I mean?
Like a command,
a promoted, like a
well,
promoted.
You can't do that. You can't do that because whenever Schwarzwald found Big Duo was in its original form.
Mm-hmm.
However, whenever Rosewater, which Rosewater is the one that pilots Big Duo, and he's one of the main bad guys in the show. He's the main executive of Paradigm City. But if you go through and you look at Big Duo Inferno after they rebuilt him, he's a lot more flamboyant. And you gotta remember, when they found Big Foul was in pieces. Rosewater rebuilt him and built him. So it's quite possible.
True.
It's quite possible he's not to how he was originally. Right. However, they in the flashbacks you can kind of see those same details, so it's really hard to say. But yeah.
It's one of those things that, like we've all, like the three of us have said before, is it's really kind of gets under your skin. Is we don't know more about what's going on,
and what little information we have isn't clear.
Yeah, it's like getting to lick the inside of an Oreo and then being told you can't have the rest of it. It's infuriating.
I haven't heard that before.
I haven't heard that one either, but I like it.
You guys can use that. I'll give that to you.
All right.
Here's a good little still capture of Big O sudden impact using it on Big Duo, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
To quote a character I've played played once here recently, Kurthol approves.
And
Kurthol smash.
There you go.
And to quote Invader Zim, why must it hurt?
So Schwarzwald's in the corner of Big Duo going, I'm gonna sing the Doom song now.
See, this is what I'm talking about when I tell you guys that I get a little get a little crazy and so forth when I'm drinking.
You know what? This is what you're saying. That's fine. Drink more often. It makes the show more entertaining.
Yes.
Yeah, my inhibitions and everything go right out the freaking window.
Yeah,
it's like I know people, and I know Sparky knows some of these people that act like that when they're sober.
Oh yeah. Now, here's another picture. And this is one of the reasons why I like this anime. If anyone knows me, I love steampunk. I love it. I can't get enough of steampunk. The controls, the controls in Big O, it has that steampunk feel.
Yeah, when you look at when Roger and the others pilot this thing, there's no fly-by-wire. There's no supercomputer running everything.
Yeah.
When he tries to hit you, he needs to move his arms to hit you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that I liked is the fact that, when he's pushing forward to, when they're doing it like a display of strength, the pilot is actually having to put his oomph behind it.
Yep.
And you can tell. You can tell, especially in the first episode.
Yeah. You know, so when you actually see what's going on, the symbiotic relationship between the pilot and the Megaduce, to figure out what kind of relationship they have, just watch the fight scenes.
Yeah,
it's as brutal as on the pilot it is on the machines.
Oh yeah. There's a good view of inside the cockpit for Big O. I mean, you can really tell. It's got that old steampunk feel to it.
The pipes, the core, the pipes everywhere.
Mm-hmm. That's one of the reasons why I love this anime so much. It appeases to that side of me that just hits that steampunk vibe.
Yep.
Yeah.
So throughout the series, he fights a bunch of different types of robots. He only fights against a bit against Big Duo 2 different times.
Mm-hmm.
He fights against Big Foul
once.
But besides from that, there's so many other ones.
It's basically Monster of the Week is what it is, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you have the first robot he fights against is Dorothy 1, which in the show, Dorothy, what was it? Wainwright. Dorothy Wainwright.
R. Dorothy Wainwright.
R. Yeah.
Yeah, and you gotta love the way Roger says it, especially when he gets pissed off. And all right, let's go through some of the characters now.
Yeah.
Let's go through Roger first.
Film noir Batman with a mobile suit.
Essentially.
Roger Smith is a negotiator in the town of Paradigm, and he basically plays the part of Batman. Yeah, he plays the part of negotiator, private eye, a detective sleuth, and
he's your quintessential film noir detective. Is basically what he is.
Yes,
sound about right?
Pretty much.
Without being a Mary Sue.
Yeah, without being a Mary Sue. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, he doesn't know how he came into possession of Big O. He doesn't know how he knows how to pilot it. It just was there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and at the opening of season 2, there's a, I want to call it meta almost. He walks into I want to say it's a bar or a theater, and they're doing a play about him.
Yeah,
it's like the first episode of season 2. And you're sitting here like, what? Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, and that's where the show kind of really takes a twist, because they make that narrative throughout all of season 1 that's some sort of play, it's some sort of act, because that's they don't go by episodes.
They're called, I was gonna say they're called acts.
Yeah.
And even if you look at what's the name of the military police guy?
Dawson.
Yeah. You look at the movie that he watches.
I think it's
film.
Yeah, it's
a French film.
Yeah, it's a French film.
La something. I can't remember what the name is.
But it also is very much, now that I'm thinking about it, it's another situation where the clues that you need in some cases are all there. And that is a big one with how that movie and how the actual episode coincide and parallel. Then you see the the ending.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
And how you're like, how did I miss this?
Yeah, Big O is definitely one of those shows you gotta watch multiple times in order to fully understand how the show goes. I just found a unique little picture here, and this is what KG was talking about, like seeing the internal workings, like when they're walking on them. This is Big O's basically face and head as he's being repaired after, I think this is the fight with
Big Duo.
The Foreigns.
Big Duo Inferno, I think.
Yeah,
Or maybe the first one. Maybe the first one as well. I can't
I was gonna
remember.
say because
Yes,
I think he
because
got
his eyes.
Yeah,
Yeah, his eyes got damaged.
yeah.
So, I mean, just the detail what they put in art form of how these robots look underneath and
You
function.
tell the creators were definite steampunk fans.
Oh yes.
And the way that they did the underneath the face, it is very structurally, if you think about it, it is a skull.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely for the most part. Like here's another one of I think this was one of the robots that was that was underground.
How are you, Sparkbutt?
There's Jean.
Oh, hey, I'm not even looking at the maybe I need to
Don't
put
worry,
this
Jean.
out
I
over
am.
here.
I'm watching chat.
Yeah, I am too.
I was gonna say that's pretty sad. Me and KG only have one monitor yet. Sparky over there's got 3 monitors. You can't keep track of chat.
Well,
I'm also screen sharing something.
Yes, I know.
Excuses. Multitask more.
I can't. It's hard.
Okay.
But anyways, yes, KG is exactly right. He looked like skulls. Here's another one of Big Duo Inferno, and this is it's a GIF.
I wouldn't trust it.
All right.
A GIF's okay.
It's been 45 minutes. Let's see if we last another couple.
New record. Well, we already doubled our previous record.
Yeah.
We've already quadrupled our previous record.
Okay, I'm okay with that. Just
Yeah.
inflate the number. Just keep inflating that number.
Yep.
Yeah, it's interesting if you look at the, like how they set up the structures for the big series. It is very skeletal because you have the skull, then you have the face that's on it. Even with the way that you look at the when they reattach the arm, you could almost say that is more of the muscles coming together and then the skin coming around it. So whoever built these things actually had very much a human biological influence on it.
Yes. Here's another one of actually him using sudden impact. A double sudden impact. I mean, a lot of thought and detail went into how these robots are made and designed.
Yeah.
Yes. It's always nice when the robots have as much character as the actual people do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's definitely apparent in stuff like this.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the shows, like Big O, Robotech, Gundam, and stuff like that, and the mecha are as much part of the characters as the characters themselves.
Oh yeah. Yeah, here's another version of Sudden Impact. This is actually from episode 1.
Yep.
And against Dorothy.
Yeah.
Yep.
And this one is, I think it's O Thunder. They call this one O Thunder. Basically a machine gun in his arm. If the GIF would load.
I think I actually saw a model of Big O doing that technique, and it actually had the colors, the bursts, as basically colored extensions you can put in.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I think it was like $300.
Sparky, you were talking about O Thunder?
Yes.
That is the Gatling guns that he's got in his forearms.
Yeah, it's the attack's called O Thunder.
Yeah, that one is Sudden Impact, though.
No, Sudden Impact's this one. Yeah, this one's sudden impact. O Thunder didn't come out until season 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you had the Laser Eyes.
Chrome Buster. Or Arcline.
Alkaline, yeah.
And then all the guns in the chest.
Yeah.
Cannon Party.
It was Missile Party and Cannon Party.
Right. And then the Moby Dick anchors.
Yeah.
That's
Which those are actually cool.
That just sounds naughty.
But I mean, he's fighting a white Megaduce. I mean, you could considerably call it a flying whale. I'm just throwing it out there.
That's the Laser Eyes.
Yep.
What you called it?
Chrome Eyes.
This is Chrome Buster.
Or Arc Eyes. I'm sorry.
Well, it's not gonna show it completely.
Pew.
It's just
Pew, 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 pew.
This says it's his finishing move. Let's. This one is.
That's
final stage. This one's final stage.
Oh yes, the big attack. Pun intended.
Yeah, but it doesn't show it completely. So
yeah,
oh well.
It's it basically fires off something the equivalency of a nuke, really.
Hey, another nobody. How's it going?
Hey, thanks for swinging by, man.
Yep. We're getting all the peoples today.
I know.
And we're keeping Bandai away. that's the important part.
Yeah, Bandai can go fuck itself.
They can keep making everything that's cool.
They can keep quit raining on our parade.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're talking good about your stuff. Quit pissing.
Yeah.
We're trying to give.
We're giving you promotional.
Yeah, we're getting negative feedback from them, and we're saying how awesome their shows are. What the hell?
The fuck?
Now, let's go ahead and go through and talk about the characters a little bit more.
Yep.
Because we were doing that.
Yeah.
So we already explained a little bit about Roger.
Mm-hmm.
The next one's all Dorothy Rainwright.
Could I actually interject here real quick?
Yes.
There is a set of rules that Roger follows.
Mm-hmm.
Dorothy gets introduced to it. I've already got the list up. Don't worry. I have a special house rule that only lovely young women can unconditionally enter this mansion.
Yeah.
If you stay in my house, then you wear black. It's not my style to carry a gun, which he doesn't.
Nope, not once does he carry a gun.
I value women and the elderly.
Never,
one of my policies. Yeah. If someone lacks courtesy and sincerity, I ask them to leave. The most important rule of all is under no circumstances must anyone touch my desk.
Yes.
Especially his freaking hourglasses.
Oh God, he loves his hourglasses.
Yes.
He even makes them.
Yep.
Now,
what else? Yeah.
Here's a funny little one now, and this is pretty much the turning point, the crunch point between Dorothy and Roger.
Oh no, is it the bit I think you're talking about?
It's the piano.
Oh God, freaking piano! What is that?
Now,
That's end of episode 1, I believe. No, that's end of episode 2.
2. No, this is the one. I think this is one of the ones with where he's introduces Dorothy to Amadeus.
Oh yeah, so that'd been like 2 or 3.
Maestro. But no, Dorothy is an android. And it's an android made by Dr. Wainwright. Or Mr. Wainwright.
Yeah, Timothy Wainwright.
And she, like I said, she's a very unique, you can almost say lifeless, because her expressions
very doll-like.
Yes, her expressions are very dull. They're very bland. Just
I was gonna say, can we just call her Anime Cake Bacon Sale and move on?
I guess we could.
I would say, yeah, I would say physically, yes. However, she's a snarky little shit.
Oh yes,
Especially by the one phrase she likes using around Roger. You're a louse, Roger Smith.
Yep.
you're such a louse, Roger Smith.
And what was it? The Christmas episode that she got him a black tie and says that he has no taste in fashion.
No taste in fashion.
Yeah.
No taste in clothing, I believe. I think that's what it was.
It's
clothing or
something along that
fashion.
line.
One of the two, yeah.
But she does it so deadpan.
Yeah, deadpan, matter of factly, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's very her sense of humor, I guess you could say, would be very British.
Yes.
Just imagine Antoine very doll-like.
That's scary.
So first thing in the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, speaking about first thing in the morning, one thing she loves to do
Yeah. Nice segue there.
Yeah.
is to vigorously play the piano and wake Roger up.
Yep, because he oversleeps frequently.
Yep. And the line that's used every time, Dorothy! I'll let you do it.
Dorothy Wainwright.
Just out
Quit
loud.
playing that piano!
Just slams the door open. And
Oh,
yells
yeah.
it.
I mean, one episode he even bound it closed.
He did,
Yes.
didn't he? I
Yeah.
forgot about that one.
And because she helped him out, she goes, Roger, that one favor. He's like, yeah. And it's him under the bed, with that lump of blanket of, I'm going to kill her, as she's playing her heart out.
And he's like,
Yep. That's one of the drawbacks of being a man of your word.
Pretty much, for the most part.
God, I
But
want to
yeah,
watch that show again.
yes, I know.
Yeah, she is very, very doll-like. I mean, you can tell, and they paint her movements very vividly like a robot android. They're very
She's definitely a hell of a lot stronger than she looks.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. And heavier.
Oh, yes. Dotson figured that one out the hard way.
Yeah.
That and there's a scene in an elevator.
Yep. Yeah,
So
there was several mentions of you're heavier than you look.
Because the one that stands out to me is when Dotson's trying to move her out of the way, and he's having a hell of a time with it.
Yeah, and he's not a small dude.
No, he is not. Kind of reminds me of an older Jet from Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, now that you mention it.
open that one in a new tab so I can show that one later off. I'm trying to show off the next one we're gonna be talking about.
Find him when he's pulled out the guns.
I was going to say, is it the man, the myth?
I'm going to. So I'll let you guys. I'll let you guys talk about our next character, Norman.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Basically think of an older eye patch wearing Alfred
with guns, lots and lots of guns, and a willingness to use them.
Oh, definitely.
There you go. Here's a good version.
Did you find it? Did you find it?
Yes, I did.
Oh, hot damn. Praise the scholars.
Now, just think of a very well-demeaning butler. I mean, he is more more well-demeaned than Alfred.
I do believe the line uttered before this was, "Stand back, man. Things are about to get messy."
Yep. And notice he's still got a mop and bucket in hand as he's firing off this cannon.
Because he knows what he's... See, Sparky, you can learn multitasking from Norman.
Let's see what this GIF is. I think I know what this one's gonna be. It's just taking really, really long time to load.
Yeah, the guy's such a badass. He doesn't need a helmet and goggles. He's just like, I'm on the bike, let's go.
Oh, he wears a helmet and goggles.
Yeah, I know, but this particular one, he's not.
What is it? He wears the Stormtrooper, the Stalin style helmet.
Yeah, the like the World War I, World War II.
Yeah, with the one pointy spike and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. That's just a good one.
Which one is it? Which one is it?
Sparky
Which one is it?
Evil Laugh.exe.
Moo.
Are you trying to steal my bet, Sparky? I think you're trying to steal my bet.
I can't do the
Oh
one.
yeah, that's right. That sidecar had rockets in it.
Oh yeah, it did. I completely
Underneath the passenger seat.
Yeah, Dorothy's just like, whatever.
It's a living.
Yeah.
It's like the Flintstone animals.
Yeah. You look at Norman and you think that he's the kind of guy that death would not come after because it would be too afraid of him.
Well, yeah.
Either that or would be afraid that, much like Rimmer from Red Dwarf, he would come to collect him and he would get tagged in the nads as he ran away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Hell yeah.
Let's see if I can find another one. Yep, here we go. This is the one you were thinking of. So I stand back, ma'am. I've got this. It just pulls out a freaking machine gun out of nowhere. I mean, it's like out of nowhere, it just pulls it out.
Yeah, it like I said last time, it's like a Highlander sheath. It's like they could be wearing, the most skin tight things in the world, yet somehow one of them pulls a flamberge out of nowhere.
Yes, that scene.
Yep. Now I had this pulled up. No, I didn't want to do that. God damn it. Now, this is his final attack, which is badass. He has to anchor himself into the damn ground.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said earlier, it's basically the equivalency of him firing a nuke off in his chest. There's only one problem with that attack.
You get one shot.
Yeah. And then the entire cannon falls out of his chest, and he's left with a giant hole. Basically, I like to think he overloads his own reactor.
Well, you got to think, if you shot something with that and it kept coming after you hit it, you're fucked anyway.
Yeah. It reminds me of the Brave motion gun.
Yeah.
That's the best thing it reminds me of.
I can see it.
I really wish I could find a clip of the Brave motion gun, but I don't want to show it. I want to show it, but I don't want to show it.
That's for another series.
Yeah.
Yep.
But one thing that's unique about Big O, and what we were making references of it before the show, is every time Big O is brought up, he always says this: "Cast in the name of God, ye not guilty."
And I believe there is also one time in the entire anime that it says guilty.
Yep.
Yep, and that's what in
Big Foul.
No, it was Inferno.
A big duo
Was
Inferno.
it Inferno?
Yeah.
It was Inferno. Because it sounds like cast in the name of God, ye guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, the fuck?
And there was a time that
Duo Inferno kills him.
Yeah. Flat out goes, no.
Yep.
And I don't think that's actually ever explained, if memory serves, right?
Nope.
It's just like,
well, it is explained throughout the show, but you kind of got you got follow along. Yeah, you got follow along. It's you got a Dominus and you got a Megadeus. A Dominus is a pilot of the Megadeus. Now, when they go for the show and they explain, it's like a Megadeus will choose its Dominus.
Yeah.
A Megadeus will choose a pilot that it thinks it's worthy to pilot it. If any other pilot pilots it that's not worthy, it will turn on it.
Oh my god, I just made a connection.
What?
What does Megaduce mean?
I looked it up
It means
once before.
great God.
Yeah.
They're weapons of God.
God.
They're agents of the power of God, according to
they made that reference in the show.
But it's just one of those. It just freaking dawned on me that when they're saying "cast in the name of God, ye not guilty," it's the saying, "You're my pilot."
Yes.
Yeah. You are worthy, basically.
Exactly.
Yeah. And what you were talking about is like having to move the controls and walk through them. I mean, this clip kind of shows that pretty well. And I think one will.
I think Jean d'Arc's got a request for you, Sparky.
I don't know. One says "killer," laugh real hard.
The second one, yeah, laugh real hard and say you're all idiots.
Maybe later.
However, if you do happen to donate $5 to Sparky, Sparky will do it right here and now.
Oh my God! Really? You gotta do that crap?
Oh, you're talking to me. You want me to laugh really hard and say you're all idiots? He sounds like
Leroy the Lance Corporal.
Sadly, I don't know that reference. But laugh real hard and say you're all idiots. Okay.
Oh, he's talking to Killer. Although I don't see anybody in chat called that, but
he's talking to Killrgruve.
Yeah, probably talking to me.
He's talking to you. Okay.
I'm the only. Last time I checked, I'm the only killer here. All right, you guys ready?
Go for it.
You're all idiots.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
That is props on that one.
John d'Arc, what anime is that from, or what show is that from?
Because I'll be honest, it did actually sound a little familiar with the way he did it.
Anyways, well, she's going to.
Oh, it's a YouTuber. Okay.
Okay.
So, is that what you wanted to hear me do? Oh, in his own tone? Okay. Take two. You're all idiots.
That was actually pretty good too.
Jesus, sounds like a kink request. No. I was gonna say if it was a kink request, Kadunt would be in chat with us right now.
That's true.
And she probably still is in chat.
Well, she's in chat. I know she.
So close.
Oh,
so close. Well, I mean, we've never heard this guy before, so I mean,
I'll have to. I'm dead. I didn't know. Ome wa shinderu.
Nani?
God.
But those are pretty much the three primary characters in Big O. Would be Roger, Dorothy, and Norman. And then you got your side characters like Dawson and your protagonist. You got Rosewater, Gordon Rosewater.
Yep.
You got Schwarzwald, which Schwarzwald actually looks
looks like a pointy mummy man.
Yeah. And I would say Angel's kind of a gray area. She's almost the Catwoman to his Batman.
Yeah. I would probably go a little further and say it's Ra's al Ghul's daughter.
Talia.
Yeah.
Talia, yes.
Yeah, here's a good drawing of Schwarzwald and Big Duo. I actually kind of like this. Now, I think this one's in season 2 of another recap of how detailed these guys are, and actually the artwork and what they do for the MechAniTuesdays.
We have a question. Is this a PG stream?
Fuck no.
And there you have your answer.
Well, it is a PG-13
Yeah.
stream.
But, yeah.
With the occasional leaning towards maybe an R.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we're not quite Deadpool uncensored version, but we're not quite.
Just keep it clean. Just keep it clean. We're gonna cuss. Just no sexual references.
Unless you're talking about Van Dread and robot sex.
Yeah. That's all that episode was.
But no, but like KG said, the detail that these guys put into the show on how the internal workings on how these robots work is remarkable. This is another one what we were talking about. He doesn't come in until season 2, and that is Alan Gabriel.
Yeah.
Which, funny enough, think about the name. Alan Gabriel.
Gabriel's an angel.
Yep.
You
And
know
isn't
what?
it funny that Gabriel got turned against by Big Duo?
Yep.
You know what also is kind of funny? As the various references we've been making, the dude is all clowned up.
Mm-hmm.
And he constantly was locking horns with
Rosewater.
More importantly, he was always going at, one of the primary things he was doing was antagonizing and annoying Roger.
Yep.
Who we've been calling Batman.
That's the Joker.
Exactly.
Yep, pretty much. I mean, it's so
vague
you can miss it. Yeah, it's so vague you can miss it.
Yeah.
And look at if you look at Dawson,
Gordon.
Yeah, Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah.
You look at Schwartzwald, you get Scarecrow.
Yeah.
Because he really liked to fuck with Roger's head.
Oh yeah, on more than one occasion.
Yeah. So if you look at it, this literally could be seen
anime Batman.
Anime Batman with robots.
Yeah. Not to be confused with God, what was it called? Ninja Batman?
I want to see that. That actually looks impressive.
It is.
Yes, I watched it too. It is good.
Yeah, I just saw some clips of it, and I'm like, this looks awesome.
Yes.
My geek radar is going apeshit right now.
Yeah. So, going through, we were talking about all the similarities and everything in the show. If you're talking about the manga a little bit, we actually got to talk about one other character. I keep forgetting his name. Pretty Boy. Fuck's his name?
Oh shit! Him and his two cronies.
Yes.
Beck.
Beck.
Yeah, Beck.
Yes.
We gotta talk about Beck. We gotta talk about the manga a little bit. Because Beck is he's actually the first antagonist that Roger faces. Because Gordon Rosewater is not in the picture. He doesn't come into the picture like midway through the show.
Something I would like to throw out here. The English voice actor for Beck is also the voice actor for Gene Starwind in Outlaw Star. Just kind of keep that in the back of your mind as you're talking about Beck.
I never noticed.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
looks like he's Pazu in Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. He's Hub Lebowski in Wolf's Rain. Yeah, he gets around apparently.
Trying to think of correlation.
Time out. I've got to address something real quick. if you're talking about John, if you're talking about the whole drama deal that's going on, what I got to talk about on the show. I don't want to talk about that here. This is not about that, and I really don't give a fuck about it right now. This is we're here talking about Big O, and we're gonna be continuing to talk about Big O. So I'm just letting you know. Okay, good. So continue on with Beck. He's a pretty boy. He really is, and he's a fucking loudmouth too.
He's a goofball. He's, well, I don't want to say it, but basically he's this show's version of Team Rocket.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And he's got 2 cronies, so I mean that makes perfect sense right there.
Yeah.
Oh god, and they look awful.
They're fucking goofballs.
You got one that looks like he's wearing face paint.
Yeah.
And the other one, here's a good one.
Yes. Show us the pictures of the scene.
Yeah, it is this.
Basically the 3 Stooges.
Yeah, this is Beck, and then his 2 cronies.
Yep.
Now, let's see if I can't find a gif of pretty funny gifs of this. But he sits there and he's just as silly as all fuck. I mean,
yeah.
This clip right here pretty much shows it.
But you got to give Beck credit, is he's also a smart goofball.
Yeah.
He's smart goofball at the beginning of it because he figured out how to rebuild Dorothy to walk after the main power regulator was blown out of it by Big O. And actually controlled the thing manually. And later on in the series, he figured out how to use memories to activate a Megadeus that has been long since dormant and asleep.
And not only that, but he actually managed to catch Roger and make him the quote-unquote bad guy to the that one Japanese group.
Yeah.
You know, so he's not, I mean, for all his silliness and goofiness, he's almost like the Cesar Romero version of the Joker in that manner.
Yeah.
He was the silly goofy, whereas Gabriel
also
was the lethal type.
Also at the near the end of it, it's actually Beck who tells Dorothy how to do final stage.
Yeah.
And apparently he is a satire of Lupin the Third, which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does. Now that you mention it.
Now, the reason why I brought this up is because in the manga, they go a little bit deeper into the story, a little bit further than what they did in the anime.
Are you telling me I got to read stuff to understand what's going on now?
You don't have to read stuff.
So
they make a reference.
Yeah, at least it's reading with pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the pictures are nice. Now, let's see if I can find it. It's gonna take a while for me to find it. But because I'm trying to find the proper spelling so I can look up a picture of this.
KG.
Yeah.
I did find the name of the movie that Dawson was watching.
Yes.
Winter Night Phantom.
Ah. Yeah. Because I remember at the end, him going back in, the movie was playing, and there was the young him.
And the young girl.
Yeah. And him losing his shit.
Yeah. Sybil Rowan is the character's name.
That's right.
All right, let's see. Big O manga. Because they make reference to what sounds like a very, very terrifying robot. And they call it the Gigaduce.
Oh.
Oh, snap.
And this thing, let's see if I can't find.
Wait, I think I remember when I was researching Big O to begin with, coming across something like that. It's almost like, if, again, making parallels in this manner, it's like almost like the Psycho Gundam versus your average Gundam kind of thing, scale wise.
Yeah.
No, this was Doc Gundam versus Bunny Gundam.
Well, if you're gonna be nitpicky about things,
Yeah.
and besides that, it's Devil Gundam versus the God Gundam. Okay,
Okay. If you want to be really nitpicky about things,
yeah, I do QA for a living, pal. Let's nitpick the hell out of this.
Oh, really? You do?
Yeah.
Oh God, here we go.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
Round 1. Fight.
Yeah, I'm actually a quality assurance investigator for. I can't go too much into it, but let's just say luxury goods.
Cool.
Yeah. Which drives a lot of people I know ape shit when we're out doing things. I nitpick the hell out of things. They get really kind of testy with me.
Okay, I found a good picture of it. This is the Gigaduce.
And John, you better start watching a lot of anime if you want to jump in on any of these conversations.
Yeah.
Especially mecha types.
Yep.
Why is it the first thing I thought of is that thing's got a penis?
Why?
I'll be honest, KG, the first thing I thought was from Goldmember. Holy cow, you're a tripod.
Yes, thank you.
It's
I don't feel so bad now.
Yeah, but that's supposed to be the Gigaduce. Now, somebody made a kind of a scale of the size between the Gigaduce and Big O.
Mm-hmm.
And that is actually the scale of what it depicts in the comics.
Honestly, kind of reminds me of Big Zam and the RX-78.
Yeah. So let me go through and read what it says about the Gigaduce.
Oh God, more reading. Hold on to your butts, KG.
Oh God.
I might attempt to read it. So in the manga, Beck traveled deep underground after repeated defeats by Roger and Big O, where he happened upon the Gigaduce. When he traveled underground, Beck was flooded with a vast wealth of memories hidden down there. Beck came to believe Big O allowed Roger to enter the underground unfazed by the vast amounts of memories. Even after returning to the surface, Beck began to repeatedly return to the underground to experience the memories. As a consequence, Beck began to succumb to the memories, and his henchmen soon noticed Beck's new lackluster attitude towards the massive spending he was doing, especially when Beck nonchalantly bought his own dome. While Roger was fighting his henchmen, Beck used the Gigaduce to break the ground beneath Big O and pull it down to the underground expo where Schwarzwald found the Megaduce archetype. The Gigaduce is a three-headed, three-legged robot which greatly resembles the other big robots. Where it had a big name like Big O, it's unknown. Beck coined the term while comparing his much bigger and stronger robot, a Gigaduce, to the smaller, seemingly weaker Big O, a Megaduce. The Gigaduce is a massive, even by Megaduce standards, being 3 times larger than Big O. Not only is the Gigaduce huge, but is also heavily armored, being able to take a punch from Big O without even being phased. Not only is the Gigaduce heavily armored, it's also quite well armed. Each of its 3 heads is has a different attack. The right head has a short dragon mouth and can breathe fire. The center head can fire lasers from its main eyes and 4 other holes above its eyes, while the left head has a visor over its eyes and has no identifiable power.
Are we talking about a Megaduce, or are we talking about Dark Gundam.
We're talking about the Gigadeus. We're talking about the Gigadeus here. Each of its three heads can extend its neck out from its own body with tentacle-like necks. So yes, we're talking about the Dark Gundam here.
Devil,
Which
devil,
can
guys. Devil.
Rabble,
yeah,
rabble.
Devil Gundam, Dark Gundam, yeah.
Yeah, let's use the proper names here, guys.
Okay, Devil Gundam.
Thank you.
Be done with it.
Okay, which can wrap around things. Each attached to its elbows are massive drills with spikes at space, which can be brought to bear by rotating the heads to face backwards. The Gigadeus can also use its metal leg to send Big O flying with a single powerful kick.
I can do that with my penis too, but anyways.
During the battle, Roger began having hallucinations of objects from history, objects, animals, and even people, which turned out to be memories, which the Gigadeus was showing Beck. Beck questioned Roger with Roger's whether Big O had shown Roger similar memories. Beck also expressed all new consuming greed to keep those memories all to himself by eliminating Roger. The Gigadeus was ultimately destroyed when Roger fires Big O's Chromebuster into its chest, which kills Beck in the process. Beck's soulless, hollow eyes and hysterical smile haunted Roger after the battle. Giga in Greek for giant, therefore the direct translation of Gigadeus is giant god.
You know, that one line about whether or not Big O told anything to Roger, that reminds me of the scene in Gundam Wing, when Gundam Wing Endless Waltz, when the Ultron and the Wing Zero are fighting, and Hiro asks kind of what's going on because the Zero system's not talking to him.
Yeah.
Well, there was also another part that Ultron told Rufai what to do.
Mm-hmm.
He was basically following Ultron's Rufai's Gundams. Rufai was actually following Ultron's direction, and he even states that in the movie too.
Yep.
And all the Gundam pilots in that movie does essentially, and that brings up a good fact because both Gundam Wing and Big O have similar stances in that regard, because in Gundam Wing it is shown several times that the Gundams will act on their own.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sandrock did it once.
Yeah.
He was. That's when they were trying to escape back to space, and Sandrock and Catra was staying behind to fight.
Mm-hmm.
And he was going to sacrifice himself. About that time, the cockpit opens, and basically Sandrock telling Ketra to escape.
Yeah,
and
right.
he did. And Sandrock continued fighting and actually blew itself up.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember hearing that both
Epion said the same thing.
and the Epion, both those systems kind of feed into the heads of the pilots.
Yeah. The Epion.
The Epion.
Yeah, the Zero system's what it is, but Epion has a modified version that lets the pilot see the face of the pilot he's currently murdering.
Yeah, I think it was actually in a further series that they made another version of the Epion of the wing system, but it would force the pilot to take the victory route.
I don't remember because I always know that it would predict
every
possible outcome, including the ones where you lose.
Yeah, I think it was like a side story or something like that.
Yeah.
Either way, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah. But that same aspect is also used in Big O, because there's multiple times where, like Big O or even Big Duo. Big Duo does it.
Big Duo's the big one.
He does it all the time.
Yeah.
He will act on its own accord.
Case in point, after it got its head crushed in, the corpse decided to crawl out of the crater.
Yep. And he was mysteriously trying to go to the center of the dome, which was pretty much going to Rosewater for some strange reason.
Yeah.
Y'all are quiet for me right now, but I doth hath returned. What do you mean we're quiet? Have you listened to us before? We're very loud.
Yes, you should know that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean the audio's up. I mean, it sounds good on my end.
Maybe it's just you, Kadun.
I don't know.
Bigs since we've got all three bigs out of the way, we might as well address the elephant in the room.
Oh, you're talking about
Big Venus.
Yeah.
Yes. So let me go ahead and bring up Big Venus. So Big Venus is actually the end protagonist robot. He's the final robot.
It's the final boss. It's the final boss, literally.
And really, it's I mean, you only see Big Venus for like 40 seconds.
If that.
So you want to go for and read the bios, Starwind?
Yeah, I can do that.
While I'm looking this up.
Yeah. Venus's design is almost identical to Big O, with the exception of the redesign, albeit similar face, featuring a righteous grin. Basically, it's got a shit-eating grin on its face, which is already scary enough. But when it shows up, it has a pair of wings. When it shows up in the present day, all color is reversed. So it's like this weird, like, white on black. It's basically somebody took the color palette and inverted it.
Yeah, it's almost a negative.
Yeah, it's a negative. Thank you, KG.
You're welcome.
But anything it touches just goes poof. Because this happens directly after Big O's final stage attack. Yep. Rosewater sitting in Big Foul with like half of it missing. And it just walks right past Rosewater and it just goes poof.
Yeah, it's almost like it digitizes to nothing.
Yeah, it ceases to exist. Is the best way to describe it. But apparently, it's this creature, this big, is the reason for everybody's memory loss from 40 years ago.
Pretty much.
Yeah. And it's speculated, I guess, that it may be the command version of the big models. Because there is a flashback where it's shown during the supposed event that happened 40 years ago. Yeah.
So he does look a lot like a Big O, but just different. And you can almost... Yeah. Well, it's almost like it's unarmored.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that shit-eating grin.
Yeah.
It's literally, I know something you don't know.
Yeah.
There's
actually some pretty cool...
Yeah. When we said...
Venus.
Yeah. But when we said near the beginning of this that you have to watch this anime a few times to figure out what the fuck is happening, this is probably 9 times out of 10 the episode you're gonna go like, what the fuck just happened?
Yes.
Yeah. When I first saw it, I was doing the okay, I can usually follow Doctor Who pretty well.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
what the hell?
Yeah. And for people who watched this back in the day, when you literally had to sit through 20 some odd weeks, this was before the internet was a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like, what the fuck is going on here? Because literally, like the last minute of the episode is literally the two Mega Deuces walking into each other, goes white, and then it just restarts the beginning. Like, it plays the opening bit from the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
I actually had that. Yeah, it's this part right here. And this actually gives you kind of a good size comparison too, because this little figure right here is supposed to be Roger standing on the front of Big O.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But basically, it's explained in the show through not even through narration, but just through character show.
Yeah.
Angel's the one piloting Big Venus.
Mhm.
Angel is the one telling the story.
Yeah, because there's a book that Alex Rosewater is always holding.
Metropolis.
Yeah, Metropolis, and it says by Rosewater. It never shows a first name.
Mhm.
However, the first thing you see after this is Angel holding the book, and it says Metropolis, Angel Rosewater.
Didn't Rosewater refer to her as the director or something like that?
Yes. That happened at least twice, I think.
Yeah. So, Kadun, if you really want to rock some people's worlds in Antoine's RP, throw that out there that you need a giant robot to pilot because you're the director.
So we're gonna give Kadun phenomenal cosmic powers.
No, because the way it's gonna end up is Kadun's gonna go up to Sparky and go, I need you to build me a giant robot. And you're not gonna see Sparky for a couple months because he's gotta be busy not only trying to maintain Antoine's broadcasting equipment, but also building a giant robot for the director.
Yeah, but then you can be the Dorothy of that
No, he's gonna be the Norman. He's gonna be the one who can work on it.
Oh, even better. There you go.
Come on, man! Don't you want to be Super Alfred?
Yeah, Super Robo Alfred.
Yeah.
So this is actually a reversed image of what Big Venus looks like.
Ooh.
What it would naturally look like with color.
Yes.
Yeah.
God, that
it actually
cool.
looks. Yeah, looks pretty gnarly.
It just looks like it's gonna pull a Soul Eater and just open its mouth and try to eat you. Just go nom 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 nom.
Now, is it just me, or from the first picture you showed to the second one, has the jaw moved?
Yes.
No, the jaw hasn't moved. It's just
actually, I think the head's moved back a little.
Okay, so because if the jaw actually moved, I would nope the fuck out of that existence.
No shit, I've played enough video games to know when an enemy does that, you get the fuck out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, I remember the first time Eva 01, opened his mouth, and it was like, nope.
When it went to when berserk mode.
Berserker mode.
Yeah.
That's gotta be another one we'll have to cover one of these days, but
yeah.
Now, one of the things I like is when you see the mouth plates of like Big O and Big Duo and the Behemoth, the Megadeus archetype, which that was actually pretty cool seeing the Megadeus archetype underneath the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And even this Science Expo, Science Expo.
Yeah.
So it was these things just first came out, and that was just archetyping of it.
It was the prototype, basically.
Yeah.
Well, here's a good version of it. The damn mouth lights up, and when it does, you hear this like calculating computer sound.
Oh, like the people kind of sound. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, have you seen Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go? The
Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go.
Yeah. The great ROM.
Yes.
Every time you see a great ROM come out, it's that same sound almost.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
But at the end of it, it makes it look like it's a stage play. And then you just stand there going,
what the fuck just happened?
What the fuck did I just watch?
But there is... Oh, go ahead, Sparky.
Yeah, because you don't understand what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like they left it open for more, but didn't take that step.
Yeah. But basically, like the entire, like once all that happens, it looks like the entire thing just reboots. It just starts over from the beginning. Roger goes through his normal spiel. There is one slight difference, though. The ending title card. We have come to terms.
Yes.
So Roger probably at this point realizes he's in a play.
Or perhaps the play finished and things went back to normal. You never know. It's never explained.
Yeah.
Considering you see Roger and Dorothy standing next to Angel while that happens, while he's dealing with Big Venus.
Yeah. And I'm not for sure you can see, because they make a distinct difference between Dorothy, the android, and Dorothy, the human. Because Dorothy was based off of a real human.
Yeah.
The real Dorothy, the real Dorothy Rainwright. And when you see the two, the eyes and the facial expression gives it away. And I'm not for sure in that ending credit scene if it's shown. If it's the human Dorothy.
I'm sure it is.
Or the android Dorothy. I can't remember.
Oh, yeah.
So,
but if
else anyone
if I remember correctly, wasn't it the reason why it says they came to terms was because Roger talked Angel into letting everything reboot, but everyone still have their memories.
Yes, because the entire time he's standing out there in front of on top of Big O, screaming at Big Venus, he's just going off. He's basically breaking the fourth wall. This is what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, everybody needs their memories, so on and such forth. And Big Venus just keeps on walking. Doesn't even look like it acknowledges them half the time.
Yeah. And this is the scene you were talking about, Starwind. This is the scene because the show is in the flashback. A giant robot in the background. It looks like he has wings.
Yep.
And then you see another one in the background with no wings. And it is claimed that, Angel is a bird whose wings have been plucked.
Oh God, I remember that freaking quote because I'm looking at it right now.
Yep, that's actually the same quote they use in Helsing.
It is. Don't say that word. Don't say it 4 times or Cadut's going to shit on it.
I know.
What if Helsing and Big O are tied together?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. But you can clearly tell the difference.
Helsing, 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 Helsing.
Oh, God.
Nope, no sign of the Cadunster.
But, let's see. I've seen a picture of it. And it showed, there we go. They actually showed it in the show, and they make references to it, both to Angel and to Big Venus. Because Angel has scars on her back.
Yep.
Where wings would be.
Yeah. So, pretty much you can say that, I guess, Big Venus...
She turned into Big Venus.
Yeah, Big Venus would be a fallen angel.
Yes. Because Roger makes that joke multiple times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But she actually is.
Well, yeah. It's also possible it could be the whole bit about Megaduces and Dominuses actually fusing together.
That too.
Yeah.
Because it technically happened with Robot Clown Man.
Gabriel.
Yeah, Gabriel.
Yep, and he came up as he was guilty.
Yeah. And if you recall, his whole body was in there. But when Big Duo Inferno opened its cockpit, his hat fell out.
Well, he didn't open the cockpit. I mean, the cabling that was engulfing him just broke through the cockpit.
That's right. And the only thing that fell out was his hat.
Yep.
Yeah, what happened to Gabriel was basically he got Tetsuo'd from Akira.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
That's not the best way to describe it.
Tetsuo!
Yeah, I mean, he got squishied.
Yeah. He basically got he basically got DG celled.
Yeah.
Yeah, he became a part of
He went splat.
Big Duo.
Yeah.
Yeah, just not the way that he wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
And
he got what he wanted.
Another thing that they showed that actually brings up more light to it, if you think about it another level. They're in a gigantic ass dome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can say a gigantic ass stage.
Yeah.
Because when it shows Big Duo rising up to
Or a sound studio.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
sound studio, yeah.
the rain of fire that the foreigners were doing on Paradigm wasn't planes and wasn't them actually raining fire on it. It was basically the lighting set above them falling down.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it shows when Big Duo Inferno is rising up in the air after he's consumed Alex Gabriel. He keeps going up in the air. He's outside the dome, but he keeps going up and hits one of the gigantic ass lights.
Yeah.
One of the giant spotlights.
Soul Eclipse is asking, so did you get the game?
Yes, I did.
Yep. We will be streaming it tomorrow at 11 Central Time. Mega Man 11 at 11.
All thanks to Starwind for the time.
Yep. I felt it appropriate.
Which is, what, 9 o'clock Pacific?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. You can watch it after you get done with walk. Or...
Yeah, really. I mean, because we're going to chop it up anyways and put it on episode, so.
Yeah, I'm going to be live streaming and recording. Because the only reason why I'm doing that is because the live streaming quality is not as good as my recording quality. So we're going to go through and we're going to actually announce episode 1 and then episode 2 and episode 3. Which is episode 1's going to be the beginning of it. Episode 2 is going to be after we defeat 4 robot masters. And episode 3 is going to be when we get to Riley's castle.
Well, it would be very interesting if episode 1 was the ending. You know, if you wanted to be really off the mark, you know, off kilter.
I was pretty sure we're playing Mega Man 11 and not Pulp Fiction.
Mega Pulp
11.
Yeah, Mega Pulp 11.
So, does anyone else have anything to add to Big O? I mean, besides just it's an awesome fucking show.
It was one of those shows that when I started, and like it was like right after the first episode, I started feeling a connection to the characters. You know, in some shows, it's not like until you're like your 3rd or 4th episode that you're like, okay, I can understand who these people are and everything. They just from right out of the chute, it's like, this is who Roger is. This is who Norman is. But you don't really get to see some of Norman's coolness until later. This is who the main characters are.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the reason you like them. I mean, this is one of those animes that it hit the ground running, and there really wasn't a chance to pause or catch your breath because it was the what's happening next? What's going on? What the fuck happened to all these? And you are not going to end the series right now on this cliffhanger of what the hell still happened. You guys
why is there such an obsession with the tomatoes?
Yeah, that too. It's like tomatoes.
Yeah. Barcodes? What is this, Hitman?
I know.
There's a lot of aspects and details that we can still continue on and talk about if we had everything pulled up and brought up. But then again, it kind of ruins the aspects of the show if you want to try to figure it out for yourself. Because it's even something that we'll start trying to figure out. There is no base. Hey, set conclusion. Hey, this is what happened.
It's fun to speculate, but I think if we actually, you know, yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you, KG. Soul Eclipse brings up the point that we've hammered home a couple of times. Big O is basically Batman with a big robot. Yeah, that's about right.
Yep.
It's I think part of the charm of Big O is the fact that it does leave it open for interpretation.
Yes.
However, from a story horror point of view, I want to know what the fuck happened and why, what led to this occurring, and I want to know the answers.
Yeah.
So it's that kind of catch-22 of I don't want to know, but I really want to know.
Yes, I really want to know myself, and that's another thing with the crux of the story is. I mean, that's one of the things I hate about it because it doesn't tell you. It reminds me of Mega Man Legends, how they left off of a fucking cliffhanger. He's strapped on the moon in the game, and
never released the third game.
Yeah, it never released a third game, and 15 years later, we still don't know what happened.
Yeah,
But you know, I'm gonna actually say this right now. After seeing Mega Man 11, and after hearing them state they plan on doing Mega Man Legend 3, or it's in the works along with another Mega Man NT Warrior, I hope they go for it because I think it's going to be awesome.
yeah. As much as I would love to see them do like a Big O Ultimate, part of me's like, don't fuck with it.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to see another version of it, but if they do, I would recommend not tagging on and to like this one and just starting over again.
Yeah.
Reboot it. That's the way I would say go through and do it.
Big O Redux.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Big O Redux.
But if they were to do that, I still want them to use the same art style
from season 1.
Yes.
Yes.
Season 1.
That's something I'll kind of touch on momentarily. Big O was only supposed to be the 13 episodes. It was supposed to be one season. However, Adult Swim picked it up around 2001, I believe.
Yep.
They requested a second season. So that's why the art style between season 1 and season 2 is something feels off.
Yeah.
And
like,
even story-wise,
yeah,
it kind of
expanded
went
on
it went a little off the rails.
Yeah.
From what the original was.
Yeah. But then again, we say that, and then there's a freaking there's a Christmas episode in season 1.
Yeah. But that's kind of part and parcel for just about any anime that's set on Earth.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, they're going to have a holiday.
Well, considering the entire premise of it is there's only one person who knows what the actual day is about, and it's Rosewater.
Yeah.
Because of that fucking book he has.
Very, very true. But this is one of these animes that if we really wanted to, like Sparky was saying, we could talk about this thing until we're blue in the face, speculating, guessing, making comparisons, and so forth. And without Matt Pat here, we're probably not going to actually get to anything concrete.
Yes. The sad part is I was thinking the exact same thing.
Yep.
But after all, it's just a theory.
Yeah. Just an anime theory.
Animu theory. So now we need Gaijin Goomba in on this as well.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, I mean it's we got so many things that we could talk about this show and many other shows as well.
Oh yes.
And as far as I'm concerned, and as far as I think anyone with in here is concerned, my other two co-hosts, I don't think this show's gonna go anywhere anytime soon.
Nope.
Sadly, no.
But I do want to make an announcement. And I should have done this at the beginning of the show, but we have moved times. We are not going to be doing this every Tuesday. We are doing this every other Tuesday.
Yep.
And that's for two reasons. One, since we all have full-time jobs and we all work for a living.
Goddamn being an adult.
Yeah, you got
adult sucks.
Yeah. But with doing that, being an adult, along with each of us having our own things that we do, Starwind likes to endlessly play games. I like to do stuff on my YouTube channel.
Anybody who's in Sparky's Tech Corner Discord knows exactly what game I'm playing constantly.
Yep. And KG by Infinite Bottle Making. I mean, I think by the end of it, he's prepping up for a war of Gunpla. I think he thinks the Gunpla apocalypse is going to come, and he's making himself an eternal army.
I'm actually putting together a special golf for like if just for giggles if the Build Fighters was real.
Oh God!
I am putting together a custom golf based off the R35 and the Golf Ignited.
Oh shit!
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
And Kaduntan chat with a Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Yes, I've been experimenting around with different things on the channel. I've got more pre-recorded footage that me and Starwind have done and I have done. So you guys see the old room, the old desk and frame behind me for a little bit longer, especially throughout the Mario Brothers series.
Yeah, because
Super Mario World.
Spoilers, we've had those recorded since what? February, March?
Yes.
Somewhere in there of this year.
Yeah. I don't want to release them all. I want to have some content to release one at a time.
The magic. They're not supposed to know. They're just supposed to go, ooh, you're awesome. And you're like, yes, yes, we are. Don't ruin the magic and let them know they've already been pre-recorded. What's wrong with you?
Well, I gotta let them know because when you go through and you watch us play Mario, you gotta see the desk and stuff behind me. And some of the videos I'm gonna be releasing is there's not gonna be a desk behind me, and there's gonna be a green screen.
Yeah, it's a drastic change. And apparently, Sparky Cadunt wants you to use Princess Antoinette as your background.
Oh.
Somebody needs to knock that fucking crown off Antoine's head stat. We cannot be having this.
Or put him in a tutu.
What did I do, Cadunt? I just called you out.
Yeah, Princess Antoinette in a tutu.
With the ball gag?
We've already done that.
But not with Princess Antoinette.
We have.
Oh. Okay, then. Look, I can't type piece of princess.
Time out. I gotta bring this up.
Sweet, I think.
I gotta bring this up. You know what? I'm actually gonna bring this up too because that son of a bitch is live right now. He knows I'm doing this show, and he's live right now.
Yep, they're doing their MSNBC.
Yeah.
Isn't that supposed to be Mondays?
No, that's Army of Snarkness. MSNBC is basically, I believe, Ishtar, Ren. I don't know if anyone else.
So apparently I'm a magic killer now? Well, I mean, I did take levels of Occult Slayer, so technically it makes sense.
And my big question is Cadunt, why are you screaming at us? Unless it's, yes, mistress, thank you, can I have another? There's no reason to be screaming.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and screen share.
Oh, God, here we go.
So this is what me, Cadunt, and Anahero did.
Oh, Jesus. Why am I afraid?
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Feels like I'm walking into a lost set. Not yet.
Oh, my God.
Wait, what? Oh. Oh, Cadunt's not screaming. She has her caps lock on.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, complete with ball gag. Dan a blindfold. And then all of the above.
I feel vaguely dirty. And on the same note, it's hilarious.
KG, do you want to hop on Destiny? I gotta go put a couple bullets and some Cabal to get this image out of my head.
I don't think there's enough bleach to get that out of my head. But there is another Mike's Hard Lemonade in my fridge, so I may have to.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might have to wash it down.
Maybe with a
KG, Cadunt, or KG, Cadunt just called you. Cadunt just called you out, KG. KG just admitted he's slightly turned on. Naughty boy, KG.
Does that mean you're going to be punishing me, mistress? Did my attempt to...
Whoa. I still have this set for PG-13, guys.
So, yeah, have either of you guys tried Rogue Spirit Whiskey?
No, I haven't.
I'll be honest, KG. I'm not a big alcohol drinker. I think the last time I had any sort of alcohol was sake, and that's been like 2006, 2007.
Believe it or not, sake and orange juice, basically a sake screwdriver, is great.
I had it was sake and Sprite, I believe it was. It was at an Oriental restaurant from
As much as I kind of hate to say it, I've been drinking a lot more than I used to.
Yeah.
I need to check that.
Yeah. You know what helps? Oh, never mind.
But what I was saying beforehand was we're moving to every other Tuesdays.
Yeah.
So next Tuesday you won't catch us, but the Tuesday after that you will. So it's bi-weekly. And that gives us a chance to actually go through and watch the shows.
And what show are we doing next week? I mean, for next show?
Well, we're not really doing a show. We're doing a movie.
Yeah, there we go.
We're going, and the reason why I'm doing a movie is because watching through some of these shows can be time consuming and it's real hard to find time. And I don't really want to spoil Gundam yet or Robotech yet because I've got plans on doing those a different way.
We'd have to dedicate a whole month to that, basically.
Oh,
yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah. But we're gonna be doing Steam Boy. And it's a movie. It's a I can't remember what the director and artist was. But it's a really unique movie. You can find it just by typing Steam Boy. And we're gonna be covering that the next show. So with that being said, does anyone have any closing statements or anything else? We can just chat for a bit.
Not really.
I have one, but I'll save it for the end.
Okay. Well, this technically is the end.
Yeah.
Well,
I really don't
All
have
right.
anything.
Cast in the name of God, ye not guilty.
I think I might have caused Ishtar to twitch a little bit because I got my new car, which is a Kia Soul, and it's red colored and everything. So I've been calling it, because I am that much of a Gundam geek, I call it Marasai, which is the RMS 108, which is one of my favorite mobile suits.
Wow.
And just to, just kind of this joke thing I did is I started it up and I'm like, Marasai, action! And then because oh, it gets better. I've got this, I've got the snapshot from Progressive, and you plug it into the technical hookup, and when it's active, it beeps. And so it goes beep, beep, and I go, cast in the name of God, ye not guilty. And I drive off. And she just kind of did that. What?
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
No. No. Well, you did it all wrong. This is what you should have done.
Uh-oh.
Dino Thumbs activated. Mega thrusters all go.
Go.
God. But there's not four more of him driving four other colors, and they're not wearing the correct colors except one.
You just need to buy 4 more colors, okay, KG? I think you can do it.
Well, if that's so, then I'm cruising around in red line right now.
There you go.
That means
you're wearing blue.
Yeah.
Because God forbid only one of them is any sort of color coordinated.
They had it correct in the new Voltron series.
Well, I'm not talking about the new one. I'm talking about the OG.
The original.
Yeah.
Where you've got
the blue line. The blue line was being was first black and then pink.
Pink. Yeah, exactly.
I think green is the
yeah, green is the only one who can keep
Hunk and Pidge are the only ones that are correct.
Because he's wearing kind of a burnt orange, almost a yellowish orange. But that does go with the yellow. Hey, Fermion, how's it going?
Yep. You coming in at the end of the stream again. You always do this to me, man. Why?
But believe it or not, on one of the first songs I played in that car, I had just finished getting my hands on the Big O soundtrack.
Oh, God.
And the first song is the opening.
Big O. Big O, Big O.
And there's actually another version I got that's actually a 3-minute version instead of
it's a full one. It's a weird ass fucking song.
Yeah, it is.
It starts out very very soft and lackluster. I mean, it builds up, and it has it has a major crescendo in it. It just nice little piano and just slight low music, and then it goes on. Bum 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 bum.
I think I said it. I think I said it to you when it was just you and I talking briefly, Sparky.
Yeah, because I showed it to you.
Yeah, the when you think about the opening, it has almost a James Bond feel to it.
Yeah, you're just expecting it.
You cut out there.
Well, I was gonna say all it's expecting it to do is ba-da, ba-da, ba-da.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's definitely
what is it? Oh yeah, it's got that. I forgot to bring this up. There's parts in the show that make you think Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Anytime
with the music,
trying to recall memories, it's like really weird.
Yeah, it's got that. It's got that Twilight Zone music to it.
Yeah. Which, believe me, I actually had that. I had it playing on my my computer, the soundtrack when I fell asleep, and I kid you not, when that came on, I kind of bolted up. I think it was actually called Memories or something like that. That came on. I woke up and I was just like, "What the fuck?" It just because I think it went from one of the piano songs into it, and it was so discordant with one another that I just suddenly I'm awake.
Like, duh.
Like, I'll tell a funny story since you pulled that up.
All right.
When I was 6 years old, I fell asleep in front of the TV watching a movie, and I guess another movie came on. Aliens came on.
Oh,
right after the movie I was watching when I was 6 years old. 6 years old.
Oh,
so
goodness.
I fell asleep. And I just happened to wake up. And he got to the scene where Bert walks into the closet and turns around, and the alien's right there.
Oh,
and then launches at the camera. So the first thing I see when I wake up is this alien right there on the TV launching towards the TV.
Yeah.
And I let out the most horrendous, death-curdling scream ever. And my mom bolted in there. Like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? And she couldn't find me because I fucking jumped over the damn couch, was hiding behind the couch.
All right. So if we're going to share little stories, I've got one. My brother, my middle brother, Jim, is one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
Oh, time out. Throw me on. 6 years old, 5'10". I can't remember how tall I was, but I was tall as a kid. I remember whenever I was in 6th grade, I was 5'1".
Good Lord.
So continue.
But he loves horror movies. I mean, the old school ones, whatever. But he also had the soundtracks to some of them. One of which was being played was the soundtrack to Halloween 2. Now, I am in the shower. The music's going off. Wait for it, guys. I'm in the shower. He's listening to his music. My eldest brother and his best friend are in the kitchen. And they hear the music in the shower. So they're like, hey, let's go scare Jim. So they get the biggest knife they can find in the kitchen. They sneak upstairs. And suddenly they pull the curtain back. My brother goes, ha! And according to them, I Spider-Man'd up the wall. And my eldest brother, who was doing the ha, apparently it was like, oops, wrong target. His friend is behind him laughing because it's oops, wrong target. And then coming out of his room, not knowing what the hell's going on, and actually asks, hey guys, what's going on? Is the intended target.
Head.
And it was that it was the opening theme.
Yeah.
And yeah.
The only thing that could have made that worse was if it was Psycho.
Oh, yeah. But
they
as
actually,
it was,
they actually dressed the part.
Oh. And there's reasons why when I take a shower alone half the time, I lock the door. Yeah.
Yeah. From me on, it's going bravo. Bravo.
I can look back at it now and laugh, but then oh God.
You want to kill someone.
Yeah, because my eldest brother is 10 years my senior, and the middle brother is 7 years. And so that'll tell you what kind of age range if they're watching Halloween 2.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, clearly professionals. Oh, dude, you had no idea what kind of shit my brother and his friends would get into.
Yeah. So, just so everyone knows, and if you're curious about our next episode, we're going to be watching, I am putting the link, I've already done it once before, I'm doing it again, to a little site called Watch Cartoons Online. I would suggest watching this on Google Chrome, because I have no issues watching it on Google Chrome. And make sure your Flash players are up to date too. But it is the full movie dub version for Steam Boy. If you are interested in watching the show beforehand and then listening to us talk about it 2 weeks from now.
Well, Mistress Cadunt, I know we've digressed from anime, so maybe next time you can get on time and watch the show, and maybe you can help us, 3 of us cats, herd us cats into a right position.
Good luck with that.
Technically, it's the end. Technically, it's the end of the show, and we were gonna close out about 20 minutes ago, but we just decided just to talk a little.
I mean, heck, Halloween is literally right around the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's appropriate.
And besides, I mean, the funny story was told, and it's like, hey, I got a funny story, and then someone else is like, hey, I got even funnier story than that.
Yeah. So right now, it's less anime talk and just 3 bros shooting shit.
It's post-show. And show is always best part. Exactly, Fernand.
I know you're watching
Moonfest.
Moonfest. It's okay. It's okay. Get done. It's okay.
It's okay that you can cheat on us from time to time. Just remember to come home to us at the end of the night, okay?
And I'd like to bring something else up too.
Uh-oh.
I knew that was gonna fucking happen. I fucking knew it. Sparky, you should have seen this coming a mile away, buddy.
I know. It's a
she's got tone.
Time on the tradition. It's a time on the tradition. So
you appease the Cadunt minute.
Here we go.
Let's do this.
Releasing control arc restriction systems. 3, 2, 1. Approval of Situation A recognized. Commencing the Cromwell invocation. Ability restrictions lifted for limited use until the enemy has been rendered silent.
And after that, I feel obligated to say this. Clean up on aisle 5. Clean up on aisle 5. We have a major spill in the alleyway.
You guys are idiots.
Bring the big mod. Bring the. Someone call Squeegee Man.
Oh no, I think you need one of those clean sweeper thingies,
And for me, I was like, spill is an understatement.
Yeah.
The dam has been breached. I repeat, the dam has been breached.
There's a flooding in the store. Evacuate.
Oh, God. Hey, you know what? At least has this one point. You're not going to get Alucard Sound Club from Moonfest Destiny.
Good point.
At least not yet. At least not yet.
Niagara Falls has been localized in Cadunt's pants. Ah, I gotta applaud that one.
Yes, yes. That is joke of night. Yes.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I was gonna say because the second joke of the night is Nightbot actually doing what it's fucking supposed to.
Finally. No, if you watched my test stream last night,
Yes.
you can watch me for an hour and a half yelling, cussing, and just being all out annoyed with Nightbot, trying to figure out why the fuck it's not
And
watching.
Jean d'Arc just missed Niagara Falls.
And missed me doing my laugh and the "You're all idiots."
And I think he actually did it pretty good. So if you go back about at least 2 or 3 minutes, you'll find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like me, from me on. I have my moments too. I have my moments where I just leave everyone's jaws hanging, going, "Damn!"
It's the one that, it's the bullet that has your name on it that you never hear.
Pretty much, yes.
It's like, wait, did that actually come from his mouth? What the? Wait a sec.
And then there's me, the wild card.
Yes, that's
The
why
Black
you got.
Joker.
That's why you're the Black Joker.
Yep. Kurthal smash.
Actually, you're not. You're really not the. No, you are still the Kurthal.
Yes,
Smash.
I am still Kurthal. I'm just got the body of an angel now.
Angelic smash.
No, he literally came back speaking proper and all that stuff, and they just looked at me like, "Sorry, Kurthal back." And
Our game is becoming. It was supposed to be a non-magic campaign,
and all of a sudden it's turned into Supernatural.
Oh God.
and everyone else has some sort of weird ass.
You're gonna get something.
Ability. I know I'm gonna get something, but it's like in the story, everyone's got some sort of weird ass special ability, and I am just the blacksmith
From
that
Irontown.
is a fucking
Human.
marksman.
No, you're the fucking human.
Yeah, I'm a fucking human.
Trust me, I was that role for a long time, buddy.
Although I did pull off one attack from everyone in the group that baffled everyone.
Oh yeah, for about 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Gene, you couldn't find it?
You'll find it. You'll find
Yeah,
it.
it was within like the last 5 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of watch the chat for Kadun demanding her Alucard clip.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be after that clip. So, one other thing I want to put on Big O. That saxophone music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That saxophone music. Oh God. That is nice.
That is watching Big O when Toonami or when Adult Swim was going on was definitely the highlight of the block.
I can say this about Big O, especially the soundtrack, is it is one of the few soundtracks, and as the two of you know, I have more than a couple soundtracks when it comes to anime.
Just a tad.
Oh, I know. I preferably pick your mind at times, and you give me tidbits and nice little presents, and I do still continually to thank you for it.
Anytime, brother. But I gotta say this about the Big O, is it's one of the few soundtracks that I can honestly say I can just put on and listen to.
Oh yeah, it's
Just
really
because-
good. Just background music in general, really.
Yeah. And most of it does have that very kind of mellow jazz, piano and sax kind of basis. And it is an excellent soundtrack to just listen to. You can appreciate it for what it is instead of, okay, I really dig this because it is attached to a show that I know well. You know, you can enjoy it for just being it.
Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and put the link for Big O into the sidetrack. So if anyone's interested in watching Big O, now and wants to see the show, the site I normally use is watch anime. Not watch anime. WatchCartoonsOnline.com, because they have thousands of dubs, subs of shows. They have movies. They have OVAs. Hell, they even have the Cartoon Network shows on it. So it's a good site. There aren't really any pop-ups. They've got ads throughout the site, but they really don't have pop-ups that annoy you. So I suggest it to anyone that is interested in looking at any kind of anime, because they have a good, vast selection. Actually, let me look and see if they have a number of how many shows is up on this site. It doesn't give me a number. But I know they have almost all the Naruto series. They have all of the One Piece series almost. I mean, there's a lot of shows on it. So just browse through and pick your poison.
And they're also fairly up to date on.
Oh yes. No. Here's an interesting tidbit. When I was watching Clockwork Planet, I watched it when it first dropped in Japan, and this site was up to date on it, because it'd be like it was 3 weeks behind from the sub. So when the sub dropped, 3 weeks later the dub would drop, and every time the dub would drop, it reloaded itself every week. So I was able to watch the show on week by week basis until it was all completed, and it was like clockwork. So they keep it up to date. So whenever a new anime drops, they upload it.
I was gonna say, because I think that's where you watched Batman Ninja, even, wasn't it?
Yes.
Well, Sean, I'm sorry you can't find it. It is there. Trust me.
It's worth finding.
Yep, it's there. So if you want to know, just look at 11:11. So basically, it was 9 minutes ago. It was around 9 minutes.
Huh.
Yeah, so it was right after I played the sound clip.
Yeah, because I literally started laughing at Cadunt and then added the
Vernon.
Yeah, I added the "you're all idiots."
Yeah.
I did it just for you, and you weren't even there. Now I'm kind of heartbroken that you weren't there for it.
Aw, sad times.
My little heart be broken.
I was gonna say, I'm sure they make model glue for that, KG.
Yeah, I've got some super glue right next to me.
I was gonna say.
And if that doesn't work, I'm pretty sure I can find duct tape around here. But like I said, I also have alcohol, and
Yeah.
alcohol and chemistry. Between the two of them, I can still make it a good night.
So with that, we're gonna go ahead and go. We deviated off the path. We talked some stories. We chatted some bullshit. So
Well, hell, let's put it this way: this is the first time the three of us have been able to talk in 3 weeks that wasn't cut by 11 minutes.
Ain't that the truth? Yeah, I think it's been even longer than that.
What?
It's like, and fuck YouTube.
Yeah.
I can't do it in Lo-Fi's voice, because let me try. Because the way she goes is fuck YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get that sound clip and put it on my sound pad.
Okay, Kadan, just so you know, I keep switching back and forth between many things. That does sound a little dirty, darling. Just saying.
But anyways, you can do it. I know you can. I know you can.
Fuck YouTube.
Finally.
Okay, you finally found it. Good.
Yay!
Did it live up to expectations?
So what was it spot on?
How close was I?
I need Jeopardy music. I really do.
We had it in stereo.
What can I say? Many fans
Better than the last attempt. Well, that was about as true blue and just shooting from the hip as you're going to be able to get.
Yep.
So with that, we're gonna go ahead and call it a night, folks. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for everyone that was in the chat. Let's see who was in the
Burn on, Cadunt, post-apocalyptic. Let's see who else. John.
We don't count Nightbot because Nightbot doesn't count.
So I think we should. It did what it was fucking supposed to do.
Yeah, well, all right, Nightbot.
We have to reward it for behaving.
Yeah,
That's true.
Nobody. Going through the entire chat, just trying to make sure I don't miss anybody.
Jane, it's not bottom of the list. It's saving the best for last. There's a difference.
Exactly.
And the best person of all time, Jean d'Arc.
See?
Ta-da! Sad Boo is sad.
Of course, there's a lag between the chat and the stream because it's Hangouts.
Yeah.
It's called the internet.
You're an all-star.
Wait. If I was using OBS, it'd be maybe a 5-second, 10-second delay. This is usually a 30 to 45-second for me.
But that again, that's why you have a couple of people watching chat.
Yeah.
So with that, again, tempted to do this again. Thanks for watching. Please like if you haven't liked. Sub to the channel if you haven't subbed. If you want to watch more content like this. Be prepared for 11 a.m. tomorrow Central Time. Me and Starwind are going to be streaming May 11. It's going to be a full playthrough stream, so it might go on for about a couple hours.
Stream don't end until the credits roll.
Well, until after the credits get done.
Well, you know what I mean.
And then we'll give our opinion about the game afterwards.
Oh, hell yes.
Oh, fine, John. You haven't subbed. I know you won't. Anyways, take care, y'all.
For the Emperor.
Here we go. Woohoo!